glad that you're joining me for this weekend video. Let me just tell you a little bit about what I've got going on and what you're gonna see. So I am prepping. It's really gonna be like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, to be honest, because today's Friday when I'm filming, and today I'm doing some cleaning, as you've seen. I am getting ready to bake a cake. Thought I had all the stuff, and guess what? I don't. So I've had to do a really quick rush Walmart order, but it is a delicious lime cake, and it's got a cream cheese frosting on it. It's so good. It's one of Trent's favorites, so I'm making that for Father's Day. I like to bake it and let it sit in the freezer for at least a day and then put the icing on it. So I'm gonna do that. I've been playing around with my new camera. This is not on it, but I am working on it. I've got to get me a couple extra batteries. I got a little camera case, so progress is being made. I'm hosting Father's Day here, the lunch after church, and so I'm going to be setting up my island. I'm just going to do something very simple, but I want to kind of stick with the theme. So I've got some ties. I got a cute new runner. And I've got a cute little dad sign that I'm going to use. So I'm going to kind of get that set up. And then possibly this afternoon, I'm going to run up to the high school with Caroline. She's having some pictures done for the ads and stuff that will be doing soon in the programs. And so anyway, a friend of mine's taking some pictures of her, so I may run up there with them also. So it's going to be one of those, a little bit of this, a little bit of that day. So I've got some wrapping to do, just all the things. So thank you so much for joining me, and I need to get going, so let's go. Here's a very quick look at how I organized all of my headbands. Is so much better. Obviously, I'm already in here washing. I got all my rugs from the bathroom because I'm going to wash those, and I'm going to sweep and mop in there. And I need to refill my powders next. I just have this little plastic container. It does have a lid, but I don't keep the lid on it, that I keep my powders in. And it's just right there above my washer. It's easy to get to. You know, I am short, but I can reach this, and I keep it on the lowest shelf. And I just do it like this so that I can just scoop it up and keep going. I don't use powders on everything. I definitely use them for things like my cleaning rags and stuff like that. I'll throw it in when I'm washing rugs. I use it for that. I'm on the search for my scissors, is what you're seeing right now. I think I moved them somewhere when I was cutting off tags. But anyway, I always just keep my powders in this, and I just refill them every time. And like I said, they just go right there above my washer. Now, what you see across my chest there is Hampton. That's his little bag. He likes to ride around the house with me in the bag. And I do it sometimes, not all the time, obviously, but I do it sometimes because if I do have to get out with him and I need him to be in the bag, then I want him to have some practice with it. And y'all, he loves it. He absolutely loves it. A lot of times he'll just tuck his little head down all the way in the bag. But it's the funniest thing. He did this for probably about an hour and a half on this day when I was cleaning. But just a little good practice for him. And like I said, it's just amazing how much he likes doing it. Of course, since I was having a crowd over for Father's Day, we ended up with about 17 people. I, of course, wanted to get my guest bathroom clean and my other bathroom. And I don't know if I've mentioned this to y'all before, but I never clean my whole house in a day. That's just not something I do. It's just a process. You know, like one day I might decide to clean the bathroom. The next day I might clean the kitchen really good. But usually it's just a daily little pickup and wipe down. Take 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there when I need to see something that needs to be done and just kind of do it then. But it's rare I do it all at one time. So I'm going to go ahead and start just piddling around this table. I'm going to take these plates off and put those in the kitchen and use my blue ones in here. I've got another little table over here I'm going to set up. I'll show you. So just going to piddle around in here for a little bit and see if I can kind of get started setting some things up. It would be fun just to put some of these old ties on the wreaths here, and I'm just keeping it simple. I'm going to put my flatware out, but I have the napkins and the plates in here, and I'll do a few things in the other room too. Okay, so I'm in the craft room and I need to do a little wrapping. I've got my dad's gift, which it's hard to get people stuff when they just know what to get and they just get what they want when they're older. But anyway, we always do this for him because it's like a joke and you have to order them. He loves fireballs, which I do too. I got that from him, I guess. But we keep him stocked on those for holidays. So I got him that. And then this is going to seem really silly, but I picked this up for him. It's been a while ago. This little lamp. I'll have to get it. I think it's attached right now. But I had a lamp in their laundry room when I redid it several years ago. And he made a comment before about he liked that little lamp in there, which I thought that was so funny that he even noticed it. He probably doesn't even remember telling me that. But when my sister moved out, she took that little lamp. So I thought, well, I'm just going to replace that little lamp. So that's what he's getting for Father's Day. You know, it's the thought. And then Trent, I got him, I'll put it up, a ice maker that we're going to keep here. It makes the little pebbled ice. He has one at his office, which he loves. And when I go down there to clean the office, I love it. So this gift's kind of for Trent, but it's kind of for all of us. So that's his big gift. And then I just got him a nice new shirt, just as a little something extra. So I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping and just have these ready. I'm waiting on Walmart right now for my delivery, so hopefully they'll get that here soon and I can get this cake in the oven. This very simple because let's be real, men do not care. I just left Trent's in the natural box because I like that with this bow, and the little lamp I've got in here, and I'm going to put just a little bit of ribbon on one of the things. Again, they don't really care. But this is what I do with a lot of my ribbons. They're on these little dowels, and that way I can kind of see. I've got some extra ribbon in here right now, but I can kind of just see what I want and just, take a piece off. So I'm going to take a little bit of probably one of these and tie it on there just to have a little something extra. And then I do have some extra rolls down here, but this is my little gift wrapping section. If you have not seen on my other videos, I love this area. You can probably tell it was a changing table at one time. and I just converted it to this, and it works great because I keep my bags down here, and I've got ribbon in both of those, and then this has just tissue paper and the little crinkly stuff and scissors and whatnot in here, which this has gotten to be a hot mess express again, so that will be an area where I have to come clean. Usually after I've gone through a couple of months and I've wrapped a few things, I have to straighten it up again. So I'll take care of that. But let's get the ribbon on and we'll be done with this. Okay, and then Trent's other gift is really big, and so I'm probably not even going to wrap it. I'm just going to give it to him in the box. So I'm going to move on out of here. I have gotten in here, got my Walmart order. That is the best thing ever. I mean, when I discovered that Walmart would deliver to my house, it was like, oh, life-changing, and I'm not exaggerating. I mean, even if you have to pay a little extra sometimes to get it here soon, I mean, it's worth every penny. So I have gotten the cake pans already done, and I'll share that with you. And then I'm going to show you the recipe. It's from Pinterest, and I printed it out because it's a go-to for us. We love it. And I've kind of already gotten everything over here out on the counter, so we'll get started mixing it up. So here are my 3 cake pans. It's a 3-layer cake. You put the wax paper in. I used margarine and spray, and then put your flour on it to keep it from sticking, because you really don't want that to happen. And this is the picture that was on it. I didn't really mean to print this sweet little granny out, but anyway, out she came. So this is the thing that was on Pinterest, was her. But this is the recipe for the cake. And I think part of that is also for the icing. You know, it's that cream cheese icing, which is delicious. Same that's on red velvet cake. But I'm going to go ahead and start mixing everything up. And then I'm going to pop it in the freezer. I do have to do a little glaze on it once it comes out of the oven. And then we'll pop it in the freezer overnight. And then tomorrow I'll ice it. So I'm going to stop this for a second and see if I can start mixing. So this cake has a glaze that's just has lime juice and a few other little things, a little bit of confectionate sugar that you mix. So I'm going to mix up the glaze that goes on it. And when it comes out of the oven and it's hot, you know, you just poke the holes and then just pour the glaze into it. And it really does make a huge difference. And we really like that limey taste. So I'm probably gonna add a little bit of extra in it just to give it that little twang. So I'm gonna get the glaze mixed up so it'll be ready when the cake comes out. The cakes are out, and I just poked some holes in it. You probably don't even have to do that, but I did. And now I'm just going to put the glaze on top and let it seep in, and then stick it in the freezer. Hey y'all, so it's day 2, it's Saturday. I got a lot done yesterday. I got up this morning and I have done my carpet cleaning in the dining room, which I always do before I have something. And I've got some clothes to put up. I'm gonna be very casual today. I did put some cute earrings on, but that's gonna be about it. I'm gonna be putting up some laundry. I've got my cake to ice. I'm gonna run up to our church a little bit later and put up some things outside that we can take Father's Day pictures around, hoping that it's not going to rain. Y'all, we've had so much rain lately. It's just like every day, and it rains hard, and it's cloudy, and it's just makes you feel kind of down after a while. So there is a chance today, so I'm hoping I can get that done and it'll stay okay till in the morning. And then we had pictures scheduled for yesterday with Caroline. We had to cancel those because of the rain, so we have that on the plans for tonight also. And just a few more details to get ready for tomorrow. So I'm just going to be piddling around, so I'm going to bring you along with me, and we'll continue on this busy weekend. They're cutting the grass, so I don't know how well you'll be able to hear me, but this is our Father's Day setup. I'm gonna go a little bit closer. I got these off of Amazon, and we found that under the, I don't know, under the church windows here, the entrance, it works better for pictures because you got shade, and if it rains, we're still pretty safe. And these are kind of a vinyl, so the rain's not going to hurt them. Everybody in the world sees me when I'm on this road. I'm telling you, it's so busy here. But anyway, they've had a nice little show watching me climb on the ladder. So I've got one of these on each window, and then this is the sign I put up with a little tie on it. And then the wreaths, I just did my boxwood wreaths and did a man's tie, and I think they turned out really cute. Y'all know every time I do something, I got to make it straighter. It never looks straight to me. So that's those. And then this is it on the other side. So I'm about to move on to my next little errand, and this is done. I hope it'll be a good place for the fathers to get some pictures tomorrow.
Family is a blessing we hold dear.
Okay, I'm about to do the icing. It's just that cream cheese icing that has confectionate sugar in it. So I'm going to mix that up, and then we're going to go ahead and ice the cake. And then I just had the sweetest phone call from my 17-year-old nephew. He wants to go have lunch with me and me to do a little shopping with him. So I, of course, said yes. I'm not going to turn that down. So I'm going to get this cake done. I'm going to go change and get ready to go with him. So I'm going to add that to my weekend. And then Caroline and I have pictures scheduled at 6:30. So it's going to be a busy day, but that's okay. I'm excited to get to do this. So I'm going to get this cake done so I can change and get ready to go. here is my little Father's Day island set up. I put these out to maybe use on some of the food once we get it all out. So I just put some things around. We got the ties on. I already had this, which I think I need to fix the A. See, I always find something I need to do. And then this is the new little runner that I got. And I did some ties over here on this and have this all set. Just kept it really simple. And then I've got my little banner up here. So I'm happy with it. I didn't want to overdo, but I wanted a little something here. And here I just did my little chalkboard. Got my table set. And we did the ties on these wreaths also. And I've got a little extra table over there because I think I'm going to have a few more people that won't fit around all the tables. So I've got the bench that they could sit there, and I'll pull another chair over there. So this room, I think, is ready.
It's who you are. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. I've seen many searching for answers.
So my friend is also a photographer, and she's done a lot of Caroline's pictures. She does a great job. We finally made it and avoided the rain, and so I just thought I would take you along, let you see a little bit of the process, and look at my beautiful baby girl. She loves cheering, and these pictures just turned out so great. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that was a fun little video. I'm doing the closing here on a separate day because I forgot. So, Hampton and I are getting ready to go on a job. He's got to ride in the car crate. Yeah, he's real excited about that. So make sure you subscribe, and y'all, I need to hear from you. I've got to do something different. This channel is moving slowly lately, so I got to figure out what I need to do to make it a little bit better. So y'all help me out. Subscribe, share, leave me a comment. Got a lot of fun things coming up. I don't want you to miss it. Thanks, y'all.